Hey everybody, today we're going to review the Wyze Bulb. These these cost about $8 a pop, and it looks like I got a 4-pack here. So let's open the sucker up. Quickstart guide. Everything from Wyze seems to be pretty easy to set up through their app. Their products so far have been incredible and incredibly cheap. I don't understand people that complain about Wyze products and some of their shortcomings and features and whatnot, especially in their Wyze cams, because they're so cheap. The amount of features that they have already are incredible. And let's check out the specs on this bulb here. It says that it is model WLPA 19-4, rated power is 19.5 watts, lumens is 800 lumens, life expectancy is 20,000 hours. Wow, that's pretty incredible. And this connects via Wi-Fi. So there you go. There's a Wyze bulb. Feels pretty heavy. It's not that big, but very heavy here down at the bottom.
So after you've installed your bulb into the socket, you want to make sure that your phone is connected to your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. This is super important because most people are connected by default to their 5 gigahertz network because it's faster, of course. Unfortunately, these bulbs are only compatible with 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi networks. So make sure that you're connected to that first. And then once you're done with that, go over to your light switch and go switch that on and off 3 times. So you go on, off, and then on. On that third on, the light bulb should start flashing. As soon as that happens, make sure you're in your Wyze app. Go up to your top right corner and up to the hamburger menu, which is three dots. If you don't know what a hamburger menu is, click on that and then hit Add Device. Once you hit Add Device, select Wyze Bulb all the way down at the bottom of the list. And then once that's done, it's going to ask you to verify what Wi-Fi network you're on with the password, and that should be your 2.4 gigahertz network. Once you do that, do not hit the next in the app. What I would do is use your task manager, get out of the Wyze app, and go directly into your Wi-Fi settings. I found that the best way to do it. Go into your Wi-Fi settings directly, and then now a new Wyze Bulb should show up as a new device. Go ahead and click on that. It'll say there's no internet connection, but that's okay. That's what you want to do. You want to connect to your Wyze Bulb. It should say Wyze Bulb with an underscore AP and some random numbers. Go ahead and click on that. Get back into your app, and then it'll start this timer countdown to try and connect to your bulb. About 140 seconds. If it takes more than, say, 30 seconds, it's probably not looking good. So you want to maybe start over and see what you did wrong. But it should connect fairly quickly. Once it does, it'll ask you to name your device, and then you call it whatever you want. I just call mine bulb 1 through 4. I even mark my bulbs physically with a marker 1 through 4 just in case I take them out and shuffle them around or whatever. You know which one's what. And then after that, it'll ask you get out of the Add Device menu and go back into the bulb list. Click your bulb, and it'll ask you to do a firmware update. That's super important. Always do firmware updates. They usually fix bugs and usually have security patches or whatever, so it's always good to do a firmware update. This is the countdown that I was talking about. It should connect. fairly quickly. If it goes all the way down, more than halfway, if you're waiting, it's not a good sign, but some people it might take longer. And then after the firmware update is done, you can use your bulb. It has just a couple of settings, just the brightness and dimness, so you can go all the way up to the bright, go all the way down to the dim, and then the only other setting is the cool or warm, so you can go all the way cool to the blue, or all the way warm to the orange. And then there you have it. Congratulations, you just made your home that much smarter. It's really cool. You can keep your light switch on, and then through the app you can turn the bulb off and on remotely if you want. So those are pretty cool settings. So there you have it. What do you guys think? And leave your comments below. There's so many bulbs out there. I think these are definitely worth it. The other important thing that I forgot to mention is that when you have more than one bulb, make sure you're only setting up one bulb at a time, meaning don't have more than one bulb connected to the light switch that you're setting up, because when you do your on and off 3 times, all the bulbs are going to then go into setup mode, even if they've already been pre-configured and in your app. So you may reset them and they may lose connection from your app, and you just wasted all your time. So that's pretty important. Just make sure that you only do one bulb per light switch at a time.
Okay, got the bulb installed, and now you can look at how it changes in brightness and dimness. This is all the way down, and I'm going to slowly turn the brightness all the way up to the max. That's all the way up to the max. And then there's a second feature where you can do from cool to warm. That's at the coolest, and now slowly to the midpoint, going to the warm, and that is at the warmest. Let's put it back to the default. It's a little bit cool. And then you can save your settings by calling it a scene. Add a scene, and then you name it. That's about it. It's pretty cool.